Good morning, YSI Dragons.
Good morning.
I am Innovators.
I am Josie McGrath-Ryan.
And I am Claire Sheely, and we are a representation of the YSI transition year students from Davis College, Mallow County, Cork. We are honoured here today to present to you our findings of our Forget Me Not campaign.
Do you remember this person? She is a 6-year-old identical twin from Donegal. She likes nothing more than playing with her twin sister and her older brother. She was a shy and careful child. She is also Ireland's youngest missing person. She vanished from her grandmother's garden in 1977. Today, she will be 39 years of age. This is Mary Boyle. Forget Me Not.
Forget Me Not is a national campaign which has 4 clear objectives. 1. To raise awareness for the issue of missing people in Ireland. 2. To create funds for continued searches. 3. To create change in Ireland so that the suffering and plight of these individuals is recognised and so the missing people are not forgotten. 4. To spread the message of change to other schools.
To meet our first objective, to raise awareness for the issue of missing people in Ireland, we developed an exit point strategy. Now you cannot enter or leave Ireland without seeing the faces of the missing and the links to the organisations should you have information or need help. Forget Me Not's exit point strategy is in airports, Cork, Shannon, Knock and Farnford, in ports, Dublin and Rosslare, on board ferries, Stena and Irish ferries, and is being considered as an in-flight sleeve on a national airline for the next 12 months.
Creating funds for the organisations who support these families is crucial. By retailing the Forget Me Not calendar nationally through Tesco stores and by engaging in in-store promotions all over the country, we were able to raise money. A significant amount of the funds we raised were used to fund the search for a missing 19-year-old teenager in Galway this January. His remains were recovered after 2 weeks. This would not have been possible if it had not been for our funds, as these searches were done on a voluntary capacity and relied purely on donations. We created further awareness for the plight of these families through appearances on Ireland AM, hosting our own radio show, and consistently appearing in print media over the last 2 years.
We issued every secondary school in Ireland with our petition for change. Also, we have held petition signings throughout Cork, in Tesco stores nationwide and in London. In signing this petition, people are expressing their agreement that a National Missing Persons Day to be declared in Ireland. On March 28, we presented our campaign and our wish for a National Missing Persons Day, along with 12,000 signed petitions to the Joint Committee for Justice, Defence and Equality. Members on this day voted unanimously that they agreed with our wishes and will present their proposal to the Taoiseach over the coming weeks. Central to this appeal for change is our bus shelter at on Taoiseach Ed McKinney, which is located moments from Dáil Éireann or Marion Row for the first 2 weeks of April. This highlights to both the Taoiseach and to yourselves the very strong desire of Irish citizens that a National Missing Persons Day be declared. In addition, later today we are meeting with President Michael D. Higgins to share with him our campaign. We intend to ask him to plant an oak tree in the gardens of Irish New Tyrone as a symbol of enduring strength, renewal and recognition for the families of missing people. From our discussions with family members, we found that they had 2 simple requests. As stated, they wanted a National Missing Persons Day in Ireland so that they felt their loved one was remembered on one special day each year, and they also wanted a place of remembrance. This tree would fulfil this need. Members of the Joint Committee for Justice, Defence and Equality also felt strongly that this was a great and moving idea.
We have developed a step-by-step plan that others can follow and implement through their schools in their countries. By developing links with schools across Ireland, Belgium, Germany, Croatia, Lithuania and Denmark, and visiting a school in London to pitch our campaign to them. If others across Europe join the vision of Forget Me Not, answers could be found and future losses could be prevented. Visit the Davis College Moodle page on www.daviscollege.ie to be part of our plan to spread the Forget Me Not message.
Today we are asking you to help the Forget Me Not campaign by investing in the following. We would like the funds for 2 more bus shelter ads, like the one you can see here today. They cost €250 each and our supplier is Clear Channel. They gave us our first ad for €25 because they wanted to support our campaign. We seek funding for a billboard ad similar to that which we have used in our exit point strategy, which promotes the organisations and appeals to people with information to come forward and points those who may be considering choosing another path in life to seek help from these supports. This ad would cost €800 and would be supplied by JC de Cox as per our already completed design. This is a specially negotiated price and it would otherwise have cost €1,200.
Thank you very much.
We are now available to take any questions you may have.
Well done, guys. Good pitch. Okay, you were saying about you got donations from people. What exactly are you doing with them donations?
All the money we get in goes straight back into the organisations who help fund searches, and that was one of our objectives because we wanted to create money to fund continuing searches. And most recently in January, an organisation actually contacted us because there was the Glandore fishing disaster and all the national funds had gone to that. So they contacted us, and through sales of our calendar we were able to give them €5,000, which they used for refreshments and transport for all the people that were helping find the missing, and his body was recovered after 2 weeks.
How many organisations are out there that help search for missing persons?
We have 4, and you can see in the calendar that we gave you in your packs, and they're listed on the inside cover.
Okay. And is the advertising that you want to do on the bus shelters, is that towards raising awareness of missing persons, or is it to talk to Taoiseach Kenny or whoever is the relevant person in order to get the missing persons day to come about?
The bus shelter ads are demanding National Missing Persons Day.
So there, it's geared, rather than raising awareness of missing persons, it's specifically to try and get the Missing Persons Day.
Yeah.
Right, okay, very good.
And then through our exit point strategy, it's like placemats and posters inside in the ports, like Dublin, Rosslare, and the airports, Cork, Shannon, Knock and Farranfore, and Centerline Irish Ferries. We have placemats and posters, and that is a picture of its faces in a circle, and there's the list of organisations that you can contact if you have information. So if you're thinking about leaving the country with information, or you're coming in, it might spur something. Or if you're the one that wants a different path in life, it might make you think twice about it.
Yeah. Have you thought about doing any of this either online or on digital screens or anything like that? Or just as a concept kind of thing, because you have to print everything out and you've got to put it in a poster and all that kind of thing. And if I go missing tomorrow, you'd have to print up a poster of me and all that kind of thing, whereas if you do it online or digitally, you can just kind of keep updating it all the time. Has any of that been considered at any point?
Or you can see our updates on our movement page with access to our website on www.daviscollege.ie, and that's regularly updated.
Okay, very good.
How many missing persons do you estimate there are in Ireland?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000.
How did you come up to pick those 12 in particular? Did you have any
Links with families
yes
that were willing to give us information. So we focus, and in the calendar supplied, there is actually each month we focus on one person, and there's words describing what they were like, just to get a sense of it. It's an amazing calendar.
Okay, cool. And just one thing, you mentioned of the 1,000 people that are missing, you mentioned one thing in the presentation, which was I think it was choosing a lifestyle along a different path or something like that. I can't remember. So I presume that's a reference to somebody's leaving and they basically don't want to be found. And are there any statistics around of say 1,000 people? How many fit into that category?
I don't have the exact number.
Okay, yeah, no, but is there is it 10% of people that disappeared that think they want to be found, or is there any?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's okay. Cool. Yeah.
Sorry.
okay thank you very
Well
much.
done, guys. Great pitch. Well done.
Sorry, just before
Yeah.
we leave, can we just tell you what it meant like to be a YSI student? Well, for me, it was like just the fact that an organisation actually contacted like a group of transitioners for help. Like it made us feel very empowered, and like it showed that our campaign was growing and we were heard, and that's what it meant to me.
Very good.
Yeah, I'd also like to add that we felt like teenagers aren't really listened to, but now seeing as we're involved in YSI, we feel like we're making a change and we're getting involved in the local community.
Very good.
And I also like to add to that YSI has been a fantastic experience for me and my classmates, for we have contacted Kate McCann.
Yeah, we actually, we told her about our campaign and we sent her a calendar, and she wrote back to us, and there's actually letters in pack that you have so you can look at it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much for listening.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for coming back. We really enjoyed your pitch, and I think Niall has got something to tell you.
Yeah, as I say, I thought the pitch was really good. Just there was two things. One, the first thing is I think kind of maybe looking to try and do what you're trying to do digitally. It's going to create far more awareness far more quickly. But what I do have is a contact as a media buyer. So in other words, you've gone to JC Deso, you've done a fantastic job in terms of negotiating something and get a poster somewhere, and that's brilliant. And that, you know, that poster is going to do its job. However, I think, and I say, when I put you in contact with this person, if you go to this person, and this is what she does, she goes to the likes of JC Deso and she buys posters, billboards, magazines, newspaper advertising. So she will probably be able to take your €800 or whatever the amount is, and get far more for you in the print media and get more advertising for you. Now, it's just a suggestion. You don't have to do it that way, but I just want to put you in contact with that person.
So to help you with this, we've decided to award you €800.
Oh, thanks so much.
Hope you do well with that.
Oh, thanks so much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Thanks.
Well
Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Safe home.
Thanks. Well done.
Thanks.